So we all know that trope where somebody goes into a supermarket and finds a wet spot, purposely steps in it, slips and falls, sues, gets rich, never has to work again. We've all heard stories like that. But in real life, occasionally those things happen, but then there are other times where you see the stupidity right there in front of you, and it's very hard to believe that the stupidity exists. In this case, I came across an article from fastcompany.com outlining a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit that PepsiCo is now defending themselves against. And when you find out why, oh my goodness, stupidity is at an all-time high. Goodness gracious. Check this out, y'all. So a judge rules that PepsiCo can be sued over Gatorade protein bars marketing. Now, you guys know I love protein bars. Right now, Anabar is like my top pick right now, mainly because of the taste. Let's see. PepsiCo can be sued for marketing its Gatorade protein bars as good for you, though they have more sugar than protein and more sugar than typical candy bars, a federal judge ruled. In a decision on Wednesday, U.S. District Judge Casey Pitts in San Jose, California, said 3 self-described fitness enthusiasts, heavy with the salt on that one, leading a proposed class action plausibly alleged that PepsiCo's marketing and labeling was deceptive. Neither PepsiCo nor its lawyers immediately responded to requests for comment. Not all protein bars are equal in nutritional benefits. PepsiCo was accused last September of violating federal and state consumer protection laws by creating a, quote, health halo, end quote, around Gatorade bars, including assurances that they, quote, help muscles rebuild, end quote, and are, quote, used by the pros, end quote, and are, quote, backed by science, end quote. According to the lawsuit, the bars are actually fortified junk food with 29 grams of sugar, including 28 grams of added sugar, more than the American Heart Association's recommended 25-gram daily limit for women, and just 20 grams of protein. The plaintiffs said excess consumption of added sugar is linked to high rates of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. They said they wouldn't have bought Gatorade bars or would have paid less had they understood their nutritional character and are seeking unspecified damages. PepsiCo called the deception claims implausible because it did not market the bars as healthy or low in sugar, especially for flavors such as chocolate chip and cookies and cream. Pitts, however, said reasonable consumers might be unable to readily interpret the sugar content on labels and be misled by PepsiCo's, quote, self-proclaimed science-backed claims, end quote. The judge also agreed that PepsiCo can make health and protein content related claims consistent with federal regulations. He said, for example, that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the U.S. FDA, does not consider sugar a disqualifying ingredient with making health claims. Maya Katz, a lawyer for the plaintiffs, said they welcomed the decision and would continue pursuing their claims. Where can I begin on this? Oh, man. I know somewhere, if Dr. Mike Israetel knew that this lawsuit was here, he would lose his mind, and for good reason. Okay. So number one, the presence of sugar is not necessarily the presence of something that is going to harm your health. It is very context dependent. So when we scroll back up here, these people, and this is where maybe these people should be sued for their claimed 3 self-described fitness enthusiasts. You see it right there. Now let me tell you, if they were really fitness enthusiasts, they would know about macronutrient profiles, and they would know that when Gatorade markets the product, Gatorade is marketing the product exactly how it should be marketed. Let's take a look over here at the Gatorade website, where the protein bar is staring us right there in the face. This is the 20 gram per protein, 20 grams of protein bar. It says it right there on the package. 360 calories per bar. Okay, so let's look at it. So let's look at how Gatorade classifies this product. The Gatorade protein bar contains 20 grams of whey and milk proteins. Whey is a milk protein to help rebuild muscle after exercise. Now, this is scientifically proven that when you ingest protein, particularly whey is one of the best post-exercise, it aids in an anabolic effect, meaning anabolic is the opposite of catabolic. Catabolic is when your muscles are broken down. Anabolic is when your muscles are built up. So when you engage in athletic activity to varying degrees, you are engaging in catabolic activity. It is going to drain the energy of your muscles, and depending on how hard you're training, it will do some damage to the muscles that will require recovery. How do you know that you've done damage to the muscles? Well, you will feel very tired and then afterwards sore. That soreness is a signal to the body that we need to start repairing the muscle that has been damaged. So when you take the protein post-workout or even during workouts, which is one of the little cheat codes that I have, to start taking the protein before you finish working out, because the mechanical and chemical digestions takes a while to kind of pull the protein out of the food so that it is ready to be used when the muscles need them. So most people will eat and drink their protein shakes and their protein bars. They will consume that post-workout. If your stomach can tolerate it, you can actually start ingesting your protein during your workout. So is that a false claim? Absolutely not. Refuels your body with 39 to 42 grams of carbohydrate energy per bar. Now, if we can find the nutrition facts here, okay, 13 grams of fat, okay, 10 grams of saturated fat. Cholesterol is 30 milligrams, sodium 150 milligrams, total carbohydrates 41 grams, dietary fiber 2 grams. Total sugars 29 grams, included 28 grams of added sugar. It's right there on the label in plain English, right? There's nothing here that says that there was not going to be any sugar in it. There's nothing in here that claims this whatsoever, right? Everything that they claim that's on the bar, if you do the math, 41 times 4, 20 times 4, and 9 times 13, that averages out roughly to 360 calories. So there's nothing on their nutrition facts label that is incorrect or misleading, okay? Now, when you're talking about carbohydrate energy per bar, what are we talking about? Well, when they are talking about this product in the product details here, it says the protein bar used by the pros is available for every athlete. If you look at a lot of professional sports games, you will find Gatorade on the sidelines, usually in liquid form. It's basically sugar water with some electrolytes, because why? When you are involved in intense exercise, your blood sugar levels will drop, because when you basically use all of the energy, your body will start pulling from other places where it could find energy. If there's any sugars in your blood, it will pull them towards the muscle cells so that it can continue to keep running and continue to keep performing. And when you run out of that, well, you start feeling a little bit lightheaded. For me, start to feel like I want to take a little bit of a nap. It's not a good thing, right? You need to make sure that your blood sugar levels are reasonable so that you can continue to perform and be less susceptible to injury or passing out. So I've had personal training clients in the past who did not eat before working out, and then they start to get lightheaded doing work that they're normally used to being able to do with no problem, but then they have to sit down. Sometimes it terminates the session. Sometimes they have to sit down for several minutes at a time. What do we give them? A banana. We give them coconut water. We give them a Gatorade, a Powerade. Why? Because we need to level off either the electrolytes that they lost, or we have to fix the low blood sugar problem. So when you are training intensely, you are going to really wreck your glycogen stores, which is just a fancy name for sugar, stored sugar in the body that's supposed to be ready to go when you need to go and do something that is energy intensive. Okay? So when they say refuels your body with 39 to 42 grams of carbohydrate energy per bar, that's exactly what that is. Okay? Now, it says built to recover. When eaten after a game or practice, the Gatorade Recover Protein Bar provides high quality protein to help muscles rebuild. There's no lie here. Whey protein has been consistently proven to be a quality protein source that is quick to be taken up by the body, quick to be broken down into the amino acids that are necessary to start repairing the damage that is done by intense exercise. Refuel with carbs. When you exercise, you use carbs for energy that are stored in muscles. We're talking about glycogen here. Refueling with carbohydrates is a critical step in being ready for your next workout or to continue the workout itself. That is not a false claim. Guide to protein intake. Protein needs depend on several factors like age and exercise intensity, duration, and frequency, which I've already said. Ideal for post-workouts or games. Nutrition. 20 grams of protein, 42 grams of carbs. Now, why do you want sugar in this instance and not a bowl of green beans? Well, green beans has sugars in them, but they're longer chains. We call them polysaccharides. Now, with any molecule that has a long chain, it takes your body time and energy to break them down into smaller pieces that can be used for whatever the purposes the body wants to use them for. You want simple sugars because the body doesn't have to work that hard to break down already small chains of available energy. We're talking about mono and disaccharides. Di means two. So you're talking about single chains and double chains don't take nearly as long as multiple long chains. It takes time and effort for your body to break those things down into usable forms. When you take the simple sugars here, the simple sugars are right there for your body to grab, break down, use, make sure that your blood sugar levels stay leveled off, and you don't pass out in the middle of heavy training. So nothing in the product details tells a lie. Nothing in the nutrition facts here tells a lie. Now, when you look at some of the reviews, which is why I did not buy this product, the reviews that I've read in the past have shown that, the taste is not as good as they claim. But that is not why the plaintiffs are suing PepsiCo over this. They're suing it because they're saying that, PepsiCo has, misled them and the labeling was deceptive. There's nothing deceptive about this labeling. There's nothing deceptive about this labeling. It says protein bar. It says 20 grams. It's chocolate chip. It's got protein in it. It has the American Professional Football League and Major League Baseball's logo on there because they supply these products in the locker rooms and on the benches. There's also an NBA logo here. There might be a WNBA logo on there. Show where the lie is. Now, they claim that sugar is so bad for you. Well, it's bad for people who don't move because if you're not tapping the glycogen stores, you don't need added sugar. So if you're sitting there as a lazy fat fuck, and in thinking that you're going to eat a Gatorade protein bar and become LeBron James, you're an idiot. Straight up. You're an idiot. And PepsiCo is not legally responsible because you're an idiot. Now, I talked about this subject on Genius Take the Wheel on my personal YouTube channel. And Mrs. Evil, who does co-host the Filthy Casual MMA Watch Party right here on TSP, she jumped in the stream and then she immediately sent me 4 different endurance supplements for healthy people. We're talking about endurance athletes. We're talking about people who run half marathons, which is 13.1 miles. Full marathons, 26.2 miles. Ultra marathon, which is really anything that goes above 26.2 miles. We're talking, some of these races are 31.1 miles. Mrs. Evil ran a race like that. Some of them are 50-mile races, 100-mile races, and beyond. So these supplements that I'm about to show you are used by athletes in the course of hard endurance training. Let's check out the sugar content in these products, shall we? All right, let's look. We've got Tailwind. Endurance fuel mixes with water to meet all your calorie, hydration, and electrolyte needs without upsetting your stomach or making your taste buds revolt. Just toss it in a bottle or hydration pack, shake and go. Complete calories, electrolytes, and hydration. No gut bombs, tasty all day. Hydration pack love, all natural, with no dyes, preservatives, or force-soluble magical ingredients. Okay? Now let's see what is in here. Let's see what's in here. Oh, I might have to go. Okay, let's look. I had to find something. This packet has 200 calories in it. It's got no fat. It's got 630 milligrams of sodium. Isn't salt really bad for you? Oh my God. They're trying to kill people with hypertension. No. You need sodium because you sweat out a lot of sodium during endurance exercise. So you need to put the sodium back in. Otherwise, you can, if it gets really bad, you can have a seizure. I've had my electrolyte levels go really low and after the gym, and I've had my hands cramp around the steering wheel or my feet cramp on the gas pedal on the way home. That's really scary when you lose control of your muscles in a very painful way. Yeah, you need sodium. Total carbohydrates, 50 grams. Wow, they're trying to kill you. Total sugars, 50 grams. Well, we know that there are 4 kilocalories per gram of carbohydrates. So 4 times 50 is 200. 200 calories of sugar. Are they trying to kill you? They put this little bit of magnesium, this little bit of potassium, this little bit of calcium. Look at all that salt. Look at all that sodium. Why is this a product for athletes? Because when you are doing heavy endurance training, your glycogen stores are completely depleted. And super low blood sugar is just as bad as super high blood sugar. You can die from both. Okay, so that's just one. That's just one. That's Tailwind, right? Let's see another product. We've got Huma Chia Energy Gel. Wow, you hear chia, 100% all natural, right? Oh my God, it's supposed to be a health product, right? Okay, let's look at the nutrition facts. 100 calories in 44 grams. We've got 105 milligrams of sodium here. 23 grams of carbohydrates. 14 grams of sugar. Oh my God, there's only 1 gram of protein. Oh my, they're trying to kill you with sugar. Or are they? Could it be that when you actually don't sit in a chair for 12 hours a day and call it work, that you actually need to replace the sugar that your body needs to run on? That's your physical source of energy. The first thing your body wants to go to is carbohydrates so that you can continue to keep performing. And then when you run out of sugar, hopefully, if you're in that zone 2 cardio range where that heart rate is between 120 and 140 beats per minute, that your body will rely more on burning stored fat than freely available carbohydrates in the blood, but you will run out, and you will run out pretty quickly. All right, let's see if there's another company that wants to run you into the ground and make you get diabetes. We've got GU, which is a very popular brand amongst runners. Liquid energy gel. They've got one that's caffeine free, and then they've got these that do have caffeine in them. This one has 20 milligrams of caffeine in it. This one has 40 milligrams of caffeine in it. Okay, this is the caffeine free here. Let's look at the nutrition facts, right? Per 60 gram packet, 95 kilocalories. There's no fat here. 23 grams of carbohydrates, of 7 grams of sugar, right? We've got 190 milligrams of salt or sodium, and we've got some BCAAs here, okay? Look at this maltodextrin, fructose. Oh my God, it's sugar. They're trying to kill you. Oh my God. We need to sue all these companies because they're trying. Look at all that sugar. Let's look at another one, Martin Gel 100. They are one of the main sponsors of the Berlin Marathon that is happening at the end of September. Why would they have a company like this? It must be a health food that they're putting out there, right? Okay, let's check it out. What's in it? Let's look at the nutrition facts. 0 total grams of fat, 20 milligrams of sodium, 25 grams of carbohydrates, including 25 grams of sugar. According to these self-professed fitness enthusiasts, you're not supposed to have more than 25 grams per day. Yeah, if you're sitting on your motherfucking ass. How can you be a self-described fitness enthusiast if you don't know that? Perhaps you should be sued for falsely claiming to be a fitness enthusiast. How about that? Oh my God, look, they're trying to get 21.6 milligrams of calcium. Not enough. There's just so much sugar here. Oh my God. Goodness. I mean, guys, I know that they say that there's an idiot born like every 12 minutes, but the fact that a law firm was willing to take this up and B, a judge let this go forward, it just lets you know not everybody is an expert in everything. If you're looking for a low calorie protein, the only thing you need to do is not buy the Gatorade bar and go find something else that has some sugar alcohols in it that will damage your DNA and give you cancer. There are plenty of companies that the FDA allows to market their products as zero sugar when there's upwards of 20 grams of sugar alcohols in it, which is just a bastardized sugar molecule that your body can't not digest properly. That creates free radicals that can damage your DNA and, eventually can give you cancer. Yeah. I'm just... There's many reasons that I think that PepsiCo should be held responsible. Most of their products harm their consumers. The Gatorade protein bar is not one of them. In the comment section down below, what do you think of this lawsuit? What kind of protein products are you using? What are your fitness goals? Because that is a big part of whether or not a product is going to be good for you or not. What are your fitness goals and what kind of supplements are you taking? And do you actually read the full label as it's right there, shown on the label? Sound off in the comment section down below. Support the platform by hitting the like button every now and again. We would appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.